Hello. Okay, so I saw something which intrigued me, and it was called glass glitter. And I thought, glass glitter? What is it? And is it any good for resin? And is it really glittery, or is it just going to be glass pieces, broken up glass pieces that, you know, you can just add embellishments with? Has it really got anything to do with glitter? Now, I'm sorry, I think my lights are reflecting off this packaging, so I'm hoping it's going to look better once I've taken it out of this, but if the light's bouncing, I'm really sorry. So what I did is I bought a selection of colours. I bought 2 packs, a selection of colours in smaller pieces, and I bought this one, which is more, well, it was classed as glass glitter as well, but it was bigger pieces. Now this to me just looks, it is just broken pieces of, well, it actually looks like broken pieces of mirror, but it's, as you'd expect, just glass. So this doesn't look like there's anything glittery about this at all. This one looks a little bit more reflective. But anyway, I'm going to open them up and we'll have a look. This one I'll do, because this looks like it's going to be a bit more detrimental to my health, so I'm going to do that one a little bit off camera, a little bit more gentler. But this one I got from Amazon, and it came, so we've got, put that one there, got a cute little, so I think this is going to be quite handy if I don't want to get, if it's quite sharp. That's cute though, very cute little spoon. Little finger, if it's sharp I'm not sure they're going to save your fingers very much, to be honest, but they're like little finger covers. Then we have some stirrers. Oh, we have some tweezers in here as well. I was going to use my little tweezers, but we do have some tweezers, which those are handy. How much they'll be of use if they're going to flick around everywhere, I'm not so sure, but we'll have a look. And some stirrers. So they're in little baggies. They're all in little baggies. So how glittery they are, I don't know, but they are very metallic, aren't they? They are metallic. Now this one, that one is actually quite iridescent. That one you would say was actually quite sparkly, quite glittery. Looking at them straight away, this one and possibly this one, you would say, yeah, I would say they are sparkly. Let's see if I can, what I'm going to do is I was going to say I'll take them out the baggies, but then that's probably going to, get a bit messy, isn't it? I'll put some, yeah, I'm going to get some little pots and I'm going to put some in so that you can have a look. We're going to have a look at some colours together, and I'll bring you back so that I can show you the colours rather than being in these baggies. So give me a minute, guys, and then we'll have a look. So you need to get a close-up of these colours. Okay, so what I've done, I hope you can see that. I hope you can see that. Okay, so I've put a little bit of each one into each space. I haven't put the whole thing in because I'm worried that when I close this it's not 100% and I don't want them mixing up, so I'm going to actually put these back in the little baggies after. So I have tried to match some glitters to each colour, to some of the colours. I didn't have all of the colours, and then we can have a look. So looking at these, the metallics, there's a very big difference. So are they glass? Well, they're like little stone chips. So when I say glass glitter, I think that's slightly misleading until you get to this, the one that I'm going to show you now. So are they glass? They look like little stone chips to me. Are they glitter? Well, what they've done, in my opinion, is they've coated them in like a metallic sort of, I don't know whether it's a paint or but they've coated them in sort of something. Now the metallic, this one, these, most of the metallics they are shimmery, they are shiny, so by making them very small, they have, obviously you've got lots of surfaces, so you've got lots of reflective surfaces. So in that respect, I mean, you know, what is a glitter? The smaller the glitter, the more reflective surfaces, the more, obviously the more reflection you get, the more of the glitter effect you get. So yes, they do look shimmery, they do look beautiful. This one is different. This one is different to all the others. This has some sort of iridescent coating on it, and it is beautiful. This, in the light, I don't know whether you can see that. I'll get some close-up pictures for you. This one is lovely. This one is different to the others. This one does look like glass. Oh, she's mixing them up. Look at that. This one does look like glass, whereas the other ones look like little bits of stone. They may be glass. I can't obviously tell. The mixed colours, they're all very pretty. Obviously, when you get to the matte black, that's not glittery at all. That doesn't look like glitter at all. And comparing that to a black glitter, you can obviously see that even with the black glitter that has got no sort of holographic, no nothing in it, you can still see there is a reflection, there is a shine in there, whereas with this, there's nothing. So this one, the black one, that's not a glitter reflection at all in there. Whereas when you come to sort of this one, the copper colour, you can see there is lots of reflections. So let's have a comparison to some of the colours. So the ones I could find that were the closest, they're not exact, obviously. We've got, now obviously when you're looking at them, they are pretty, they are lovely, but they're not as shiny as the glitters. Okay, sorry about that, my daughter came home from work and the dog went crazy. So yes, so they're not as glittery as glitters. Let's have a look at another one. So we've got fuchsia, which is the closest I could find to this one. So are they as sparkly as glitter? No. Are they pretty? Yes. Now this one is the closest I could find to this one. This is my favourite, you know, this is one of my favourites. You can't really see that one because this is my beat up little old container. This is really nice. This is like that gold silver. Now I actually gave away the gold silver on my giveaway, so I haven't got a gold and silver to show you, but the champagne is the closest I could find. And we've got rose gold, which is like this one. And then, so I think that's about all the ones I could find, because this sand gold is very similar. This isn't, it's more like this gold here. So I like them, they're very pretty, they're not as sparkly as glitter, but they definitely have a nice quality about them. I love these sort of popping colours here, this mix, and I think they could be very pretty. Can we use them in resin? I'm sure they must have their place. What my only reservation would be is, you know, sometimes when you use something in resin and you think it's going to be great, and then you put it in the resin and it loses all sparkle, and it just sort of goes in and it's lost everything, and it just sort of goes matte, or it sort of dulls down. That would be my only worry, that because it hasn't got that high reflective glitter quality, is it going to keep this nice metallic reflection in resin? So what I've got is the ball mould, which is covered in glitter anyway, and we'll do a couple of these shapes with a couple of different colours, because I think once we turn the ball we'll be able to get some of the different surfaces reflections on there, and we'll be able to see how, because in some flat moulds it's a bit difficult. So if we use a sphere mould, I think as we're turning we should hit a lot of those reflective surfaces. Now the other one I got was this bigger, chunkier, and it was still called glass glitter, and this is more shards of glass. This is sharp, right? Hence, I mean, this, I thought this was going to be sharp. This isn't very sharp. This is sharp. This would cut to you. So, but this seems to be reflective pieces. This is glass, definitely glass, but it seems to be glass and pieces of mirror. It seems to be broken pieces of mirror. Some is just straightforward glass that has got no mirror backing, and some is mirror. I think this is beautifully reflective, obviously, because some of it's mirror. Now this would make a lovely resin, but this would make a beautiful mosaic piece. We can't do the same with this as we can with this, but I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to put some of this in one of the sphere moulds, and I'm going to see if we can catch. Now the only problem with these mirror pieces is, you see some of these are white. On the back of the mirror pieces it's white. That's just, when you work with broken mirror you get white on the back and you get the mirror piece on the other side. So when you're working in a sphere mould, that's great when you're working in flat. When you're working with a sphere mould, then you're going to get a lot of that white. But what I might do is I'm going to try and pick out lots of the little pieces, and we'll see if we can get something and compare it and see whether you could use the larger pieces for something similar. And we'll just have a go and we'll see if it comes out nice. But it is sharp, and yeah, it's a little bit itchy if you get it on your hands. So I would definitely, I've not touched it, but I can feel that it, you know, I did have a sort of a little poke, but it's very sharp. So I've been using the spoon. I'm not going to trust my hands with this. So you need to glove up, and you need to use tweezers and spoons and things like that with this one. This is something I wouldn't be prepared to use with my bare hands. So let's have a go, and then I'll bring you back and we'll have a look at some prees. See you in a sec. Okay, hello. I hope you can see all these. I've tried to zoom you in as close as possible, but it is quite difficult. And I've got the lights blaring on them so that you can see, hopefully see the sparkle, but it's slightly artificial sparkle, if you know, just sort of blaring on it so that you can see. Okay, so glass glitter. Is it really sparkly? Does it actually do what it says? Is it glittery at all? Okay, so mixed, really. As you can see, there is slightly different results depending. I've done a comparison between this is glitter and this is the glass glitter. So yes, it does sparkle. You do get, from all those different surfaces, you do get a nice sparkle. Now I did try and fill up these, but no matter how much I filled them up, they sunk. Obviously that is going to be the big thing. The big difference is with these sort of chips, I suppose you could call them, they sink, so they're not going to act the same as glitter, whereas this one, it dispersed lovely, it's everywhere in there, glitter mixes in, it doesn't sink. The smaller glitters don't sink, so obviously, you know, with chunky glitters they tend to sink more. So yeah, that's the first noticeable thing. They sink, they're heavier, they're going to sink. It isn't as sparkly, but that's because you've got thousands and thousands of tiny little surfaces sparkling away here, whereas this, you've got a lot of less surfaces. It's not quite as sparkly, but it's still pretty. Has it got a place in resin, to use for resin? Yes, most definitely. It's very pretty. It has definitely got lots of design aspects, and it's definitely got lots of possibilities to be used, but there is a difference, so you have to bear that in mind. Oh, these are rolling everywhere. So the next comparison, you've got the sort of gold and silver. The closest I had was this one. Now this, the sort of the glass glitters relying on the metallic sort of sheen. I tried to look, and I suppose depending on your glitter, that's the same kind of thing really. Again, lots and lots of thousands of little tiny surfaces as opposed to the bigger surfaces here. This one just reminds me of tiny little bits of foil. And you have got lots of nice surfaces there, nice shiny. It does look lovely. The one that I did, oh, let's stop heavy look. The one that I did notice a difference between, I'll show you, I can get in, this one here. Remember I said I was worried that some of them might be a bit duller and would lose their shine. This is this one. So as you can see, really pretty. Here it's a lot darker. It's lost some of the shine. It's still pretty, but it's lost some of the shine. It's nowhere near as bright or as shiny in the actual resin itself. So that one for me, it's, I wouldn't. Now if you turn it over and you've got more resin on top, so in different applications it might, but it's lost some of its sparkle. It's not so shiny. So for me, I wasn't as impressed with that one, which is a shame. Right, this one, which was this one here, which I really like, did show up. I'm sorry, I ended up with some pink glitter in there. I should have done the pink glitter last. Pink glitter goes everywhere. It has got some pretty, it doesn't show up obviously as vivid because it's clear, but it has got some nice iridescent qualities in there. It is very pretty. It is nice. I did a smaller version as well because it kept sinking and I wanted to see what a sort of, and no matter how much I put in there, I didn't seem to put enough. So this is a sort of a full little sphere and I jam-packed it in there. I did a smaller one just to see what sort of, you know, what it would look like. I thought, I can't possibly not fill the smallest one. And it's pretty. It is pretty. It's nice. I like it. it's not as glittery. Oh, all the balls going over. Obviously, as the iridescent glitter would be, but it depends on what look you're going for. I do like that one. This one is pretty. This one is this one here. Again, it's darker. We've lost some of the colour, which is what I feared. Some of them, but resin does that a lot of times. It will darken colours. That's just the nature of the beast. This one is, I love this. This is cute. This is sweet. This is this one here. The colours pop. They're really sweet. So then I think that's all of them. Then I did a flat one. And I did it with 3 colours. And I wanted to see, because I'd done the spheres to see all the different surfaces. So then I did flat ones. So I went for 3 colours. Sort of these 3 greens here. Hope that's in shot. These 3 greens here. And I went to see what we would get, shine we would get on a flat surface. And I really like this. I'm going to try and do some hair clips, because you guys really like when I do the hair clip, the barrette videos. So I'm going to do some designs for some hair clips and barrettes in these. I really like these. They came out sweet. I like this. I'm going to play around with this a bit more and see about some designs with these. I like this. So bear with me one moment, and I'm going to get the other one, the bigger shards, and show you those. Okay, I hope you can see that. So I wanted to zoom in a little bit. So this was these, sort of the chunky, real, proper glass shards. These are sharp, guys. Okay, so I did a sphere so we could see it in full 3D. Now the only problem with the sphere is you can see we've got the back end of the glass. Now that's going to happen. I tried to but that's going to happen because in a sphere you are never going to be able to turn all of those pieces to the outside, if you get what I mean, because no matter which way you turn you're going to see the back end at some point. But because it's mirror pieces, it's sparkly, it's sweet, it's pretty. This I think would be nice in smaller pieces. These are real chunky pieces. But this is really sweet. This sort of mosaic mirror is really nice. Again, I mean, it's sharp. I sort of, even with my gloves on, I ended up getting pieces, small pieces in my fingers. I used my tweezers, I used the spoon, but when I was clearing it up, I still ended up getting little tiny pieces. It seemed to go everywhere. And I was really careful. So if you get anything like this, be really careful, guys. But I think it's really pretty. It's really, really shiny because it's mirror. It's really, really nice. So there are definitely some design aspects that can be done with this. Definitely some scope with this. This is really nice. I like the small pieces. I like the sort of the lots of interfaces, the lots and lots of little tiny shards of all the sort of the surfaces reflecting all at the same time. But there's definitely uses for this. So all in all, I think they're nice. I think I'll definitely use them. I think there's definitely something, and I've got a project coming up. I've got some really exciting news coming up soon. Can't tell you yet, but it's something that's definitely exciting, and I think you're going to love it. So I may actually use these in that project, and I think they'll actually be super cool in that project. Yeah, so glass glitter. It's not quite glitter. Should it be called glitter? I'm not sure. What's the definition of glitter? I don't know. But it's definitely shiny. It's definitely sweet. It's more metallic chips, I suppose, than actual glitter. But it's nice. It's pretty. And I'm definitely going to use it in lots of projects. Anyway, I hope this was useful to you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope, yeah, if you see glass glitter, it's definitely worth a go if you can get hold of some in all these like pretty in one of these trial packs with all these pretty colours. It's definitely worth a try, and I hope I hope you've enjoyed this video. Take care, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.